What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. Today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man on the Nintendo 64. So if you like games, consoles, or product reviews, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification. With that being said, let's hop into it. What is up, everyone? As you probably know, there is a new Spider-Man coming out on the PlayStation 4 later this year. And wow, does it look amazing. But since that hasn't happened yet, and this is a retro video game channel, I figured why not take it back to Spider-Man on the Nintendo 64. So this is a very interesting game, but at the same time, it's kind of a fun beat-em-up / brawler. If you like games like this, this definitely works to your advantage. Now, this is a Spider-Man game being thrown into 3D for the first time, and it really turned out pretty good. Honestly, this isn't a bad game. Now, it's weird because of the kind of the fog in the distance and stuff like that when you're on the city and you're kind of swinging around. You see a lot of like Nintendo 64 fog, which I mean is a thing that they used to kind of blur out areas, and that's something you'll see a lot in this game. Now, the swinging mechanics are actually pretty decent. You jump, you hit the R button, and it just goes until you hit a wall or a building. Or if you drop down. But if you drop down, you die. So don't do that. But this game is actually really fun, and if you want to throw back to a retro game, but you still want that Spider-Man feel, and you're really a fan of a brawler, this one is pretty fun, actually. It got a little bit monotonous, but that's what it is. That's not a big deal. Now, the cool thing about this game is that it is actually voiced and narrated by Stan Lee, which I think is really cool. It started up and I'm like, I think that's that's Stan Lee. I'm like, they got Stan Lee to be in this video game, which is really cool. Now, I know back in the day they had a ton of people in games, whether it's Tony Hawk on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, or Mia Hamm for Mia Hamm Soccer, or stuff like that. This is really cool to see Stan Lee in a Spider-Man video and kind of narrating it and helping you along the way. Now, this is pretty basic game. It's just you're swinging from rooftop to rooftop to get to certain places where your Spidey compass is showing you, which kind of acts like your Spidey senses / a compass, because it does show you where to go on the map as like a needle. But when you get closer and closer, your Spidey senses start to tingle, and then you can brawl with people and you save lives, and it's a really fun game if you're into stuff like that. Now, this game is not your top of the line game by any means. The music is okay. It's just kind of boring, to be honest. There's nothing like to keep the game going or to keep you like focused. It's just kind of dull and quiet, which is one thing that I don't like about this game. I tend to like when games pair music with what's happening and it all draws everything together and comes together in a cohesive game. However, this one I felt is lacking because of that music. Now, it's fun to swing between building to building, and it's also fun to shoot your webs and wrap people up. You can also kind of form this dome around you, and then whenever enemies get close, you can explode it and it just shoots out and destroys them. That's one cool thing about this. Shooting enemies is actually really fun because you can shoot them, they'll get wrapped up, and you can go up and kick and punch and beat them up, and you are good to go there. Now, there's some aspects of it, like the fighting aspects, that it's kind of hard if you're going towards one enemy and another's coming from side or behind you. After you take that one enemy out, sometimes it'll attack, but the camera won't go to it, so it's a little difficult to get used to the different angles with the camera, but that's one thing that I didn't enjoy about this game. It made it a little difficult to fight when a bunch of people were near you. Now the cool thing is you can save people, you save hostages, and you even get bombs, and you can destroy the bombs and save the city and the building that you're in. And that's one cool thing that I liked about it. It was a normal Spider-Man game that, like I said, there's nothing out of the ordinary with this one, other than maybe the fact that it is a 3D game. But the polygons, you're looking at a Nintendo 64 game. It's not the best looking game, but it's not the worst either. So with that being said, I think if you are looking for a retro game that is Spider-Man-esque, I think you should probably go for the PlayStation 2 Spider-Man games, not this one, because this one seems a little bit old and kind of just bland, whereas the PlayStation 1 was a lot more fun and better to play, and I was encapsulated by the game itself. Now, not to say this is a bad game, it's just a mediocre game, so I say if you want to tool around and kind of have some fun, pick it up. You might have some fun if you like beat 'em ups or brawlers. That kind of works here, and they kind of tie the flying slash swinging on webs and then the brawling together, and it works very nicely. And you've kind of got this narrator that tells you where to go, and yes, that's Stanley, like I mentioned, and that kind of helps you figure out what you need to do next. But sometimes you just get stuck and there's not a lot of guidance at points, but I feel like it's an okay game, like I'm saying. But if you like this review, comment below and let me know. Are you interested in the new PS4 game? I know I will be picking it up, but comment below and let me know if you guys are picking up the new game or if you are picking up that new PS4 Spider-Man edition, because that thing looks so sick. I really want to get one, but I don't know if I will yet. Also, if you like this video, don't forget about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Big Cartel, Patreon. All that stuff is below in the description. Like I have said before, that Patreon is a tip jar or a donation jar. There are 3 tiers. Now the first tier is $1 or more, and you get your name in the end of the credits on my videos, and you get videos a day or 2 early. The second tier is actually a $5 tier, and that is you get a Discord server chat with me and everyone else in that tier, and then you also get everything before that. And the third tier is a $10 tier, and that is a t-shirt with my logo on it, so that's pretty neat. If you are interested in that at all, go check that out. The link is below in the description. But with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, because that's really been a focal point for YouTube lately. They really like to see notifications on top of subscriptions. So with that being said, if you want to see more videos like this one right here, go ahead and hit that bell notification, hit that subscribe button. But most importantly, have a good day.